Hello headbangers, welcome to the club. Today we talk about Bruce Dickinson, Iron Maiden, and the definition of heavy metal. Make sure to like this video if you love one of these artists. Bruce Dickinson is an English musician known for his work as the lead singer of the heavy metal band Iron Maiden since 1981. He is renowned for his wide-ranging operatic vocal style and energetic stage presence. Dickinson began his career in music fronting small pub bands in the 1970s while attending school in Sheffield and university in London. In 1979, he joined British new wave heavy metal band Samson, with whom he gained some popularity under the stage name Bruce and performed on 2 studio records. He left Samson in 1981 to join Iron Maiden, replacing Paul Di'Anno, and debuted on their 1982 album The Number of the Beast. During his first tenure in the band, they issued a series of US and UK platinum and gold albums in the 1980s and early 1990s. Dickinson quit Iron Maiden in 1993 to pursue his solo career, which saw him experiment with a wide variety of heavy metal and rock styles. He rejoined the band in 1999, along with guitarist Adrian Smith, with whom he has released 6 subsequent studio albums. Since his return to Iron Maiden, he issued one further solo record in 2005, Tyranny of Souls. His younger cousin, Rob Dickinson, is the former lead singer of British alternative rock band Catherine Wheel, while his son, Austin, fronted the metalcore band Rise to Remain. Outside his career in music, Dickinson is well known for his wide variety of other pursuits. Most notably, he undertook a career as a commercial pilot for Astraeus Airlines, which led to a number of media reported ventures such as captaining Iron Maiden's converted charter aeroplane, Ed Force One, during their world tours. Following Astraeus closure, he created his own aircraft maintenance and pilot training company in 2012, Cardiff Aviation. Dickinson presented his own radio show on BBC Radio 6 Music from 2002 to 2010, and has also hosted television documentaries, authored novels and film scripts, created a successful beer with Robinson's Brewery, and competed at fencing internationally. As pioneers of the new wave of British heavy metal movement, Iron Maiden achieved initial success during the early 1980s. After several lineup changes, the band went on to release a series of UK and US platinum and gold albums, including 1980's eponymous debut, 1981's Killers, 1982's The Number of the Beast, 1983's Peace of Mind, 1984's Power Slave, 1985's Live After Death, 1986's Somewhere in Time, 1988's Seventh Son of a Seventh Son, 1990's No Prayer for the Dying, and 1992's Fear of the Dark. In 1982, the band released its album The Number of the Beast, the first with Bruce Dickinson, who replaced Paul Di'Anno as lead singer. This was a turning point in their career, helping establish Iron Maiden as one of the most important heavy metal artists in history. By 2010, more than 14 million copies of the album had been sold worldwide. Since the return of lead vocalist Bruce Dickinson and guitarist Adrian Smith in 1999, the band has undergone a resurgence in popularity with a series of new albums and highly successful tours. Their 2010 album, The Final Frontier, peaked at #1 in 28 countries and received widespread critical acclaim. The 16th studio album, The Book of Souls, was released on the 4th of September 2015 to similar success, debuting at #1 in the album charts of 24 countries with physical sales and summary in 43 territories with physical and digital sales. The 17th studio album, Senjutsu, was released on the 3rd of September 2021 and eventually reached #1 in 23 countries. Now, in an interview with Charlie Rose, Bruce Dickinson shared his opinion about the real definition of heavy metal. When asked about his own definition of heavy metal, Bruce had some interesting thoughts to share. Listen to what he says next.
What's your definition of heavy metal?
I haven't got one. I've given up. There's no point in even trying to define it.
Yeah.
It's defined more by other people than it's defined by me. Because when I started out listening to music, there was no such thing as heavy metal. It was a term coined by a journalist, actually, and I think it's from William Rice Burroughs' novel. But that's a minor detail. But excuse me, metal came out of something that was called heavy rock. Heavy rock was simply an offshoot of blues rock. Led Zeppelin and Deep Purple and things like that, and Free and all those bands. They weren't heavy metal, but they kind of came into heavy metal orbit. And then the whole world of music became polarized. It became very niche. Everybody was put in their little silos, and that was as much a fact of life because of the media, because the media did that. And then record companies figured out that they could market it and yada, 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 and so on and so forth. But we've managed to survive, and not just survive, but to thrive, in a sense, outside that system. So people call us heavy metal, and we said, yep, fine, we are.
So after hearing what Bruce had to say, do you agree with him? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching another video, and see you in the next one.